Yeah, definitely not easier. I'll tell you that much. I mean, you'll have hand warmers and long sleeves and stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, I haven't played in too many really cold games. Probably not as cold as it's about to be on Saturday night, but we'll figure it out, all of us together.
How do guys from Texas usually respond to something like that?
It gets cold. People don't give Texas enough credit for it getting. It's not like that.
It's a little
but
cold.
It's still a little cold in Texas, so people down there still understand that there's some cold weather in other places of the world, but it's definitely tough. Wherever you're from to go play in cold weather.
You Texans have the market cornered in Big 12 quarterbacks apparently, because Hoover's from Texas. I didn't know if you had come across him. He's roughly your age, and what have you seen of him?
Yeah, so obviously, we've kind of meshed a little bit just over social media and whatnot. He's actually the reason that I was at Indiana, so he decommitted from Indiana, went to TCU. That opened up a spot at Indiana, which then they offered me, so I'll have to be sure to let him know thank you for that, making that decision, because it definitely helped me. But, yeah, I mean, I've gotten to talk to him a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
Do you have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder knowing you were in TCU's area and basically under-recruited?
Yeah, obviously, I think all over the country, I think I carry that chip on my shoulder just knowing that a lot of people, passed up on me or whatever it may have been, whatever the situation was. So I just always have the chip on my shoulder, just trying to prove myself right and prove others wrong.
To get to 6 wins, the improvement from last season, does this feel like a tangible place where you can pack up Saturday night and say, all right, this was a successful regular season if it goes your way?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we'll have doubled the win total from last year, but, being at 5-2 and then losing 4 straight is not ideal. And I think that, as a team, we thought and expected to finish better than 6-6 at that time for sure. So obviously, we're going to try to go win this one and see what happens. But, we're focused on going 1-0 this week. And then obviously next year will take care of itself too. But obviously the goal was to win more than 6 games. So, but it would definitely still be a huge win for us.
For guys like Kendra and Kiner, they're coming up, and the others, how much do you want to do this for them?
Oh yeah, obviously I'm not in that position yet of it being my last game, last senior night or whatnot. But for all the seniors, it's going to be a big game. So that's the goal, is to get the win for those guys.
Coach said a lot of the misses have been overthrows and kind of just relates to mechanics. How do you kind of try to iron that down during practice? Is it film? Is it just drills during practice? What do you try to do?
More so just being calm in the pocket. I think that whenever my feet are set and everything's, obviously good, then I'm pretty accurate. So it's just about harping on that in practice and carrying over practice to the game.
Obviously, quarterback and center have a pretty good relationship. Talk to me about Gavin Gearhart and what a guy like him has meant for this program.
Obviously, him playing here for his entire career has been huge for us. He just knows the system really well. And just having a guy like that who's a very vocal leader has been huge for our offense especially. I think it's been a huge help for me as well, him kind of getting on me too, and especially being a little bit of a younger guy, but him just being the veteran that this team needs has been a huge help for us.
You and Tony have had something going on the last handful of games, and I've probably asked you this before. Well, I'll ask you again. What are teams doing to Joe Royer to stop him from being open? And I know it's pretty crazy back there trying to find a guy.
Yeah, obviously, he was very, very productive in the first however many games it was of the season. And obviously, these past couple of weeks, you haven't been able to get him the ball enough. But, really just teams are obviously, trying to shut him down. He's a huge help for our offense. So I think a lot of teams are going to do that to a few of our guys. But we just got to continue to find ways to get him the ball. And other guys like Tony and Jamoy have definitely stepped up as well whenever teams try to take away Hendo and Joe.
TCU's defense has kind of been up and down this year. What have you seen from them on tape, and what areas do you feel you can maybe exploit?
Just watching the film, obviously, they're not too complicated of a defense, but they definitely do their jobs and they do it well. They definitely started picking it up over the last however many games that it's been, but definitely in these past 4 or 5 games, they've been pretty dang good. So we just got to find ways to exploit them. Obviously, we got to figure that out over the next couple of days and where we're going to attack them. But definitely watching them on film, they look like a solid defense for sure.
Any questions for Brendan? Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.